from Central Ohio's news leader. This is 10 TV News This Morning.
Taking out the U.S. strike that may have stopped an ISIS killer for good.
A narrow escape for a woman just 3 seconds away from climbing into this bed.
I can't believe the girl is 14 because I went up to the police car and I was ready to snatch her.
The danger, drama, and all-out fury sparked by 2 teens on a joyride.
Busy or not, here it comes. The misconception over carbonated water and what you're really drinking.
Our 10 TV morning team on this Friday out in your neighborhood and right here in the studio bringing you today's top stories.
Yeah, we also have up-to-the-minute weather and traffic to kickstart your Friday morning. And Doppler 10 meteorologist Mike Davis doing just that, tracking today's forecast.
Well, it is going to be a cool day overall and very breezy as we get into the afternoon, but I think we might sneak out a little bit more sun than I would have thought earlier today. Things are looking better as we look ahead. 44 degrees, west winds at 10, humidity 62%, so that's not a bad temperature, and the breeze not bad yet, but it is going to be breezy again this afternoon, variably cloudy, a little below average temperature-wise, and a wind 15 to 25 miles an hour, but gusts could be again 30 or 40 as we go into the afternoon. And although we start off cool tomorrow, it does become mostly sunny. Winds have picked up a little bit back at Findlay. They've dropped to 0 at Cleveland, although they were in the 30-mile-an-hour range earlier. They are going to pick up as we go to the afternoon. Everything's 20 to 25 off to the west already this morning. Temperatures low and mid-40s in central Ohio. 45 the warm spot at Newark, 41s at Mount Vernon, Delaware, and Marysville, the cool spots, and then a bunch of 42s and 43s in between. As we look around Ohio, still a 39 at Bellefontaine. That's the only one of those. 40 at Mansfield and Washington Courthouse, pretty close, and low to mid-40s heading south to the east. It is all in the mid-40s this morning. As we look at the temperature trend, you know what? It's been bouncing around the last few days, a little below average, really, especially Tuesday with a high of just 48 degrees. Dressing up for the bus stop, you got mostly cloudy skies here early, brightening up a little bit, and I'm going to take it up to about 49 this afternoon if we're going to get that sun, which kind of looks like we will. So things looking a little better, still on the cool side, and definitely blustery. I'll tell you about your weekend forecast. Some good numbers there, all coming up.
Well, let's see if we can take it up a notch here on our morning commute here on a Friday. We've got Brittany Begley in the Central Ohio Honda Dealers Traffic Alert.
You know what? After the week we've had, we all deserve a stress-free commute. And as you head out on the south side, you can see the cars are in the green. US 33 at west at Hamilton Road as you make your way up towards 270. Right now, you're looking at 60 miles per hour, but you can see traffic is picking up across the map. Let's take a look at traffic on the east side from Chopper 10. You can see traffic already picking up as folks make their way into downtown. All the headlights that you're looking at, that's going to be 70 westbound as they drive towards 270. So no major problems on the east side, but how are things looking on the west side? We'll check in with that coming up next.
Our top story now at 6 a.m. A masked man whose name goes hand in hand with terror. This morning, top U.S. officials say they are confident that Jihadi John is dead.
The videos of his executions are gruesome, and now the Pentagon is trying to confirm that death.
Karina Nova joining us now in our studio with the details of an airstrike that would be a huge blow to ISIS here.
Yeah, he's most infamous for his videos beheading hostages and most known to us for the death of 2 American journalists.
It's James Wright Foley.
He was once the unidentified, cold-hearted mass executioner seen in ISIS beheading videos.
You and your people into another.
By early 2015, the man with that taunting voice finally had a name, Mohammed Emwazi. Also known as Jihadi John, Emwazi was present and appears to have carried out the beheadings of ISIS prisoners, including 3 Americans. He's been hunted ever since.
Americans are repulsed by their barbarism. We will not be intimidated.
The Pentagon confirms a U.S. drone strike targeted Emwazi in Syria Thursday. The strike was on a vehicle thought to be carrying the militant. In a statement, Pentagon officials said, quote, "We are assessing the results of tonight's operation and will provide additional information as where appropriate." People who knew him say Emwazi joined ISIS in Syria around 2012. Some say he was radicalized after being harassed by British security officials. In his early 20s, Emwazi was on a watch list. Frustrated, he wrote a Muslim advocacy group saying, "I feel like a prisoner, only not in a cage, in London, controlled by security servicemen." If it's confirmed, Emwazi's death could be a symbolic blow to ISIS.
David Cameron said,
And we are waiting on confirmation from the Pentagon, and then we should know more about how Jihadi John's death will impact ISIS operations. Angela?
Well, threats in the name of ISIS getting their roots right here in Ohio. And a suspect who shared a little too much helps agents track him down. Prosecutors say Terrence McNeil got the FBI's attention when he posted an ISIS hit list onto the social media site Tumblr. The names on that list, members of the U.S. military. Now, McNeil lived in Akron, and the Heartland threat has Ohioans thinking ISIS is everywhere.
That is everywhere, you know. You're not safe anywhere. You never know what people are doing, and you better be careful.
This is the first time that the Department of Justice has charged anyone for using social media to urge violence against other people.
What can happen in 3 seconds? It's about the amount of time between a woman in this bedroom and possible death. She leapt from bed seconds before a car crashed into that room. Tina Ramos is in South Columbus with the damage and the dangerous joyride for some people. Tina, they shouldn't even have been behind the wheel.
Oh, yeah, not at all, because these are teens who, according to police, say that were underage, not even to drive. And this is a neighborhood, too, that has seen this before, vehicles going into their house here. It's just unfortunately for one family here on Penfield Road, it went into their home. Take a look at the damage right here that you can see they have covered up right now. But you're right, it was a pair of teens behind the wheel who lost control. Let me take you into that scene here, because this was around midnight when this happened. It was the Ripley family who were preparing to actually go to bed. The couple was inside their Penfield Road home, and that's when something unexpected happened. You see an SUV lost control. It hit the home. The couple inside tell us it was a matter of seconds that made the difference for them, and this could have been deadly.
And for some reason, I just said, "Hey, Lynn, come here a minute." And she said, "What do you want?" And about that time, she screamed. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "Somebody hit the house." And I walked out, and the whole bedroom was caved in.
Yeah, and it just so happens when they hit that house, it landed right up into this area here. Now, apparently the driver, he jumped out, he ran down the street, but it was a female in the passenger side, a teen, jumped back into the car, and she backed up, almost hitting Ripley. At that point, he followed her into a cul-de-sac over into that area, and that's where the arrest was made. I want to show you one more thing here, too, because these are the tire tracks that we're talking about, that this SUV came into this area here, eventually crashing into this home. Now, the good news, they're okay, but it was such a close call for them. Of course, we're going to hear from the woman, Linda Ripley, inside. That's coming up next half hour. Reporting live in Columbus, Tino Ramos, 10 TV News.
This is scary. A threat against one Central Ohio school district may have been just the beginning. Police say the accused teenager had much bigger plans. Officers searched the home of the Grandview Heights teenager this week. Inside, they found a smoke bomb and plans for future violence. The find has neighbors scared and surprised.
Good kid, quiet, didn't really say much, you know, goes to school, does his thing. They're good people, good parents. You know, they work hard, they're just like the rest of us.
Police believe they caught the threat just in time. School is being held as normal.
Paying tribute to a lost loved one will never be the same for 3 Central Ohio families thanks to a drunk driver. 3 tombstones like this one at Elmwood Cemetery in Lancaster were destroyed when an accused drunk driver hit them last month. The damage is so bad you can't even read what's engraved on them. The Lancaster Eagle-Gazette says the cemetery is unable to repair those headstones.
Well, a challenge parents are forced to meet head-on. The scary diagnosis more and more of us are hearing at the pediatrician's office.
Plus, foster parents forced to give up the baby they fell in love with.
And knowing that that's what we've done and it's been taken away from us is heartbreaking.
The reason a judge is calling these women unfit parents and the lengths they'll go to get their baby back.
And loaded with carbs. Well, carbonation, anyway. The alert about fizzy water and why it may not be as healthy as we think.
Caught in a constant spin cycle, the car wash catastrophe caught on camera.
Outside, it does have an okay ending, so that's not so bad. But anyway, 39 degrees, kind of scary, though, at London. London part's not scary. Get stuck in the car wash is. Corning, 45, Marysville, 42. The winds have really picked up a little bit. They're now up to 28 miles an hour here, by the way, out of the west, so it's a chilly morning. Even though temperatures, these are all above average. Even the Galleon, 39, 43 as you get to Chillicothe, 41 there, 42 at Winchester, Winchester and Springfield. I'm just going to call it Winchester, or C-Win, like C-Bus. All right, we'll be back with a look at your forecast for the weekend, all coming up.
Don't try this at home. Whatever you drive, you've got to have excitement. Think about performance, style, and appeal. You've got to write your own story. Put your own spin on it. You can write it any way you want. Just don't forget the R-I-C-A-R-T. Reichert Nissan has value and excitement. 0% financing for 6 years, big discounts, and a lifetime warranty on all new Nissans. Visit Reichert.com. We're dealing.
I have something called leukemia. When I walk a lot, I get tired and then I fall.
I just knew that it was way too early. I didn't know if he was going to be alive.
Then I ended up crying. The pains got so bad. And within the course of a few hours, I couldn't feel or move my legs anymore.
Muscle disease. Cancer.
Premature.
Paralyzed.
These medicines helps me walk.
I think in the future, there might be a way for people like me to be able to walk again.
Someday, no kids are going to get cancer.
He knows our touch. He knows our voice. We can't wait to bring him home.
Please give at nationwidechildrens.org.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
You may have heard about the safety concerns with airbags in the automotive industry. At Honda Marysville, we're committed to safety, so our service department has stepped up to make your family and safety our #1 priority. Whether it's an airbag or an oil change, we've expanded our service operation to over 100 hours a week with 24/7 online scheduling, 40 courtesy cars, and a trained staff that get it done. You can even have lunch or dinner at our restaurant while you wait. Open 7 days a week for sales and service. Honda Marysville. We're closer than you think.
Kemba is a better way to refinance your auto loan. Apply now with rates as low as 1.99% and cash back up to $1,000. Visit Kemba.org.
Ohio Northern University. Visit onu.edu and apply today.
Staples has everyday low prices. There's no catch, no angle, no bait and switch. Just everyday low prices. Staples, make more happen.
Closed captioning on 10 TV is sponsored by Custom Air.
New this morning, a Secret Service officer is accused of sexting someone he thought was a 14-year-old girl. And according to court documents, he was sending those naked pictures while on duty at the White House. That Secret Service officer turned himself in this week and admitted sending the pictures and trying to meet up with her for sex. Investigators say the 14-year-old girl was really an undercover police officer. A 12-year-old Cleveland boy killed by police while waving a fake gun in the air, and new this morning, a report says that shooting was justified. It's the third report of its kind completed by investigators since Tamir Rice died last November. All three reports have come back with the same conclusion. Officers had reason to believe that child posed a threat when they arrived on the scene. A grand jury is reviewing the evidence while considering if the officers involved will face charges.
Time now 6:14. What makes a family? Who's to say that these two women are any less capable of raising a child than a traditional couple? Well, a judge in Utah is making that decision for them and taking their foster child away. But these women are not giving up without a fight. Becky Pierce and April Hoagland have just 4 days to hold on to the baby girl they have nurtured for months.
And knowing that that's what we've done and it's been taken away from us is heartbreaking.
The lesbian couple, legally married in Utah, planned to adopt the child. But on Tuesday, a judge ordered them to give up the baby for just one reason.
He said he's seen studies that say children do worse in homosexual homes than in heterosexual homes.
The women say the judge also ignored pleas from the baby's biological mother to grant them custody. Child and Family Services says the couple passed rigorous background checks, and state law is on their side, according to the director.
Any legally married couple in Utah can become licensed as foster parent.
She's happy, she's bonded, and now you're going to take that all away from her and she has to start over.
Well, the judge has not said anything because he's not allowed to discuss pending cases, but state leaders there in Utah say they will take the issue to the appeals court if the judge does not budge on his decision.
6:15 is the time right now. It's still 43 degrees outside and a bit blustery there. Let's get out to the roadways, though, and let's check in with Brittany Begley in the Central Ohio Honda dealers traffic alert. How are we doing?
You know what? At least the roadways are dry. We'll take that, right?
Yeah.
No crazy fog this morning as you head out. Let me show you a live look from Chopper 10 because the streets are slowly starting to heat up as you head out. All the headlights that you're looking at, this is on the south side, 71 northbound near 270 as folks make their way into downtown Columbus. Drive time still looking pretty good, about 2 minutes to Frank Road from that camera shot of 270 there. Let's take a live look at our graphics as you're headed out. As promised, if you're headed out on the west side, taking 70 west near 270, no reporter problems for you. If you're making your way down towards the east side, you're now clocking in at 15 minutes this morning. I had to give a huge shout out to the folks at Goodwill. It was blessed to be part of their stepping up ceremony where folks re-entered the workforce, all with the help of Goodwill. So if you know somebody that's looking for a job or needs to refresh, make sure to reach out to Goodwill. And that's why I'm wearing my Goodwill $10 suit this morning as well. How are things looking on the north side? We're going to check in with that coming up next. Back to you.
Caught on camera working at the car wash. Surveillance video shows a manager cleaning up a hose, and then he suddenly gets caught up in the brush. Round and round he goes. Look at that. Spin cycle. About 30 seconds he's zipping around in that. The hose got him tangled up in the bristles in the first place.
It was scary. I was in the military, and that was scarier than anything I've ever been through in the military. I thought I was going to hit the steel poles around it as I was spinning.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty lucky. Scraped up his knees during that spin cycle. Luckily laughed about it right afterwards. Skyped about it. Told friends about it. Kind of did a handstand there. Luckily, he's okay, so...
It kind of almost looks like he's done that before. He just kind of walked right into it, but the hose is what grabbed it, and he was hanging onto the hose. You're thinking, just let go, but
he only went through one part of the whole thing. You know, it's
one part of the wash, not the rinse.
Didn't get dragged around, rinse, and then that blower. I mean, oh my God, what a great name for a car wash guy too, Hood. Gosh, Hood. It's just like some people just work their way in based on their names. 43 degrees outside this morning as we take a look at things. The winds have really kicked up. Last time we checked, they were out of the west at about 10. Now it's westerly at 28 in Columbus. So even though that's an above average temperature for November and Friday the 13th, it's real blustery out there. So we've got a bit of a wind chill, humidity 60%. Definitely want jackets out there this morning. Notice how the winds have kicked up right here. Now they've died basically at Cleveland. Just they're 0 at the moment. But off to the west, they're all 20 plus. And that's going to be the trend today. 20 to 25 mile an hour winds. Gusts could be 30 or 40 once again, which is certainly a blustery day. Just one tiny little skosh less than yesterday when the breeze was 45 miles an hour here in the afternoon and 48 over at Rickenbacker. Around central, yes, I said skosh. Low 40s from Mount Vernon to Delaware, which is like a smidge, just a different word. 41 at Marysville, 41 at Grove City, 43 at Circleville to start the day. Around Ohio, Bellefontaine is still dropping. Now it's down to 38, which again is a little closer to average for this time of year. It'd lose another degree or two. 40 at Kenton and Washington Courthouse, so those may still drop yet this morning, and mid-40s off the east. Going to be kind of a cool day, but you know what? The temperature trend has not been impressive lately. I mean, Monday was 59, but next week we're looking ahead. We've got some 60s working their way back in, but we were just 48 for Tuesday, and we've been climbing back since then. Today, a little bit of a setback behind yesterday's cold front. Live Doppler 10 radar is quiet within our region. this morning. But off to the north, you got a little bit of a light shower here kind of coming off a system that this is what's going to stir up the wind. It's low pressure up over the Great Lakes, so a breezy day again today. But the rain should stay way to the north. And tonight, as it starts to drop a little bit, if you're traveling into northern Ohio or maybe even southern Michigan, you start to run into some light snow, or at least a mix of light rain and snow together. As we look at the satellite, I'm a little more optimistic about the afternoon. And the key this time of year in terms of temperature swings is how much clearing you get at any particular point. So we've got some clearing to the south and west and some sign that the cloud cover's breaking back here. So if that happens the way it kind of looks like it will now, afternoon highs may be just a tiny little bit warmer. So at the bus stop, bump the numbers up a little bit since we first went on. Mid-40s at lunch, upper 40s I think this afternoon, but that breeze is going to kind of even all that out. And then you've got temperatures around 49 this afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy skies. It does look like it's going to be a little bit brighter than I would have thought earlier. As we look at things, there's already some snow mixed in there in parts of northwestern Michigan up along Lake Michigan. So again, it can happen this time of year. Our regional picture pretty quiet for us. The model also keeps us very quiet. This will be the best morning commute really since Monday. You know, Tuesday was rainy, Wednesday was foggy, Thursday was rainy, and then windy on top of it all. Today we've just got that breeze out there. Otherwise pretty good. Some scattered clouds returning this evening and in the overnight, but we're still going to drop into the 30s tomorrow morning. And then as the day goes along, it's going to be rather cool, but we do warm up by Sunday afternoon. So 40s heading into the weekend with 30s in the morning, 58 for Sunday. Monday we're back in the low 60s, and Tuesday and Wednesday we're there as well, but you're going to have to dust off the umbrella again. Low to mid 60s heading into Wednesday. Thursday a shade cooler, and in the Doppler 10-day outlook, a little cooler once we get past that, but another chance for showers heading into the weekend. So the next 3 days really looking very, very nice.
Well, this doesn't look so nice. A scary diagnosis for parents to hear. Coming up, the spike in the number of autistic kids and the likelihood that your child falls on the spectrum.
And carbonation not created equal. The buzz over these fizzy waters and how to know which will have the best impact on your body.
Later, turkeys take a tumble and the spike at the register. How much you'll be paying for your holiday bird this year.
Oh, honey, the Hyundai Thanksgiving Feast event's going to be better than ever. Not only do we have some amazing deals, and not only is every Hyundai backed by America's best warranty, but this year we got something special planned for the kids. Go. 1 second, honey. Carl, we should probably rethink this.
Lease the 2015 Sonata for $126 a month or get $3,000 bonus cash. No. But only at Hatfield Hyundai, Reichert Hyundai, Coghlan Hyundai, Dennis Hyundai, and Dennis Hyundai of Dublin.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway, same-day delivery. Come to the loading docks this weekend only at American Freight. East at 5055 East Main, north at I-71 in Morse, west at 4701 Roberts Road in Delaware, and now open in Heath.
So here's the deal. Every mechanic knows cars, but a Mopar mechanic knows your car. We know everything there is to know because our training, our tools, our parts, and your vehicle all come from the same place. Now that's a big deal. It means no one is more trusted to get the job done right and done fast. And to make a big deal even better, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for $1. At your Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram dealership.
Introducing the new Denture Fountain of Youth. Your front teeth support your lips. Your back teeth support your face. If your teeth aren't designed for facial fullness, the result is that sunken-in denture look. The Denture Fountain of Youth changes all that. You can expect fuller lips, less wrinkles, a tighter neck, and a stronger chin, restoring your smile and reversing the aging process. Dentures don't have to look like dentures anymore. Change your life today. Call the Center for Family and Cosmetic Dentistry or visit us online.
At Cracker Barrel Old Country Store, we make ordinary days more memorable. From rockers on our porch to games on our tables. And homestyle meals, specials, even breakfast, day or night. These kinds of moments are shared here every day. Because when you make things worth remembering, people do. So stop on by. You're always welcome.
There's a sound a ball makes when it catches nothing but net. Everyone loves that sound.
that precision. At GMC, we get that. Nothing separates the men from the boys like nothing but net. This is precision. This is GMC. Get Black Friday deals early with cash back for 15% of the MSRP on 2015 Acadia models in stock the longest. That's $7,700 on this Acadia Denali.
A health source alert on this Friday morning. New numbers suggest reported cases of autism have almost doubled in 2 years. But this morning, there is concern those numbers may not be accurate. According to a survey completed by parents, more than 2% of children are considered autistic. That's 1 in 45 kids. Researchers say survey questions, though, were changed this year, possibly confusing parents whose child may have a developmental delay instead of autism.
All right, we can believe this. Not all carbonated water is created equal, okay? Dietitians say it is important to check the labels of these bottles of water because some contain added sugar or sodium. Some sparkling water has as much as 36 grams of sugar in one bottle. It's almost the daily limit the FDA recommends. Others may have 0 calories and no sugar, but carbonation can pose long-term side effects.
While they still don't have calories or sugar, they may be affecting our taste buds or our satiety or our hunger later in the day.
So sometimes the bubbly water choices are no substitute for regular H2O, we know that, but are a healthier option, of course, than the sugary sodas. If you're looking to have water with some flavor, consider dropping fresh fruit maybe into your water instead of the carbonation.
The fizz. All right. Well, no hovering allowed. The Ohio campus pushing to push Back to the Future technology in the past.
And it's your mom's advice. You've heard it before. Nothing good happens after midnight. Well, these 2 teens, police say, caused all this damage. Didn't listen to that. The life-saving call that drew a woman out of this bedroom.
A package pickup by the wrong person. The crime trend hitting doorsteps right here in Central Ohio.
Well, forget delivery, do the legwork. The reason mall shopping will save you some cash this holiday season.
And if that isn't enough to get you into the holiday spirit, how about this from Chopper 10? Yes, the holiday tree is up at the Easton Town Center. See if outdoor shopping should be on your agenda this weekend. That's next.
Next live, John Stamos from Grandfather.
That's not what my grandfather looked like.
Have mercy.